Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. You're tuned into the Market Beast edition. It is your fellow compadre speaking. Of course, I have a very interesting chart I want to reveal to you guys. NWBO, the Northwest Biotherapeutics Incorporated. Hopefully I said that right. Take a quick look at the overall stock, the trend, and just go over a few patterns that I found with you guys, or a pattern rather, a few lines of interest. So we're going to go over that in this video. And if you guys are just joining us, welcome and hit that subscribe button. Let me know that you just subscribed so that I can personally welcome you into the charts. Really nice to have you. Thanks for joining us here. And this engagement truly pushes out the channel, guys. The YouTube algorithm picks up on the channel. It's being promoted very nicely right now, I must say. So thank you guys for that. Our loyal subscribers, welcome in. Let's go ahead and dive right into this chart here, guys. If you're ready, let's go ahead and do that right now, shall we? All right, so today's January the 14th, 2021, and the current price of this stock is going to be $1.32. It's down about 5.4% for the day. Okay. All right, so this is a request from one of our, I think they're subscribed. It doesn't show on my end. Jimmy Crackers. We were going over this stock back and forth, $1.28. You can see it right there. We're just having a small discussion. So I just want to go over this really quickly and I guess let's do this before we start anything. Just back out and just let everyone know this stock is perfectly confined in a downtrend. It's been a really nasty downtrend, I must also add. Looks like it started out at about, let's see, 2002 at about $1,213 up here. If you can see that, I'm going to reveal some lines down there, guys. We're going to get into the crevices down there just a second. So yeah, it started out in about 2002 at about $1,200, and it's just been walking down the stairs. I think at some point it had a trend up. Not even necessarily that I can see. It's been really volatile, just kind of going up and down. So if you know what you're doing, I'm pretty sure you made some relatively decent money on this if you played the markets in and out. But it looks like we've come to a point where the buyers are starting to step in very aggressively in the market. And I would have to assume that this area down here, let's see if I can circle this range here, starting at about May 2009. Yeah, May the 9th, 2016. Started right about here at this level here. I'm going to consider all this consolidation. Okay, I guess we can consider all that consolidation. So we're looking at about a 6 to 7 year consolidation range. Okay, and let's just kind of scoot on over to what we're looking at. I'm going to explain this green line overhead here, guys, in a second. So just stick with me here. Be sure to listen all the way till the end, guys. It's really important to just take all the information that I'm saying into consideration. Okay. So this is what I found. This is the pattern. Sometimes I get these patterns wrong. So definitely, okay, just understand that this could be incorrect, this pattern. But this is kind of, it's kind of an arch, right? I'm not even sure if it's a bullish or bearish pattern, but it leads me to believe that the price was consolidating within this range. And you guys, you should know, if you follow us closely, you know that I'm going to consider all the price action that took place within this arch here as consolidation. The price action within this arch as consolidation. I feel like I said that twice. So let's go ahead and measure how long it's been within this consolidated pattern. Okay, starting here at about August the 31st, 2020. These are the weekly candles, if I haven't mentioned that. And it looks like it broke out or broke down from this pattern at January the 11th, 2021. Okay, and let's just measure how many days. Let me see how many days it's consolidating. 126 days. Someone may ask, okay, so what does that mean? Well, it appears that there have been, I don't want to say sellers, because if the sellers are consolidating in here, then that means we're going to get a nice move to the downside. But I'm actually going to show you guys something towards the end of this video that suggests that there might be financial support stepping into this market actually today, because it reached as low as, what is that, 24 cents today on this weekly candle. We still have about a day and 2 hours to close on this weekly candle. So let's just let this go ahead and play out. But one thing that I think I've mentioned before on this channel more than one time, guys, remember, although this looks like a bearish consolidation range, right? Okay, because I think it's pretty clear to me at least that the buyers have been finding resistance at the top of this arch. Okay, you can see it first starting here at about August 31st, 2020, and you see how it came up to the top of that box and it found resistance, and it kind of came close over here. So I think you can see that the buyers have had an interesting challenge to break out of this arch. So that leads me to believe again that the sellers have been consolidating within this pattern. Now, Here's the most important part that you must understand. If the sellers have consolidated within this range, anticipating a move to the downside, it is their obligation now to break down. Okay, so if the sellers just start kind of hanging out below this line, there's a weekly candle here, and then we close another weekly candle, and then it just kind of keeps closing weekly candles below this line. And this red line is currently at about $1.09, by the way. Not saying it's going to get that low, but that is the level where the my interesting way of understanding charts, and candlesticks and volume comparisons. This is going to be the level where the financial support should step in very aggressively if the downwards pressure continues in the market, if that makes sense, okay? So $1.09 is the level, and also it's the level where the sellers must compromise in order to fulfill their obligation. This is the seller's obligation right here at about $1.09. They have to continue to break down below that level and just continue down to this yellow line that I'm going to explain to you in just a second. So hopefully we're all clear that, again, the price has consolidated within this arch formation pattern. Again, speculative pattern, okay? I get the patterns wrong sometimes. But if it is, in fact, a accurate formation or arch, again, expect the sellers to attempt to push the price all the way down to $1.09. Now, this should take place over the course of the next 3 weeks. If you see that the sellers are having a hard time compromising the $1.24 level, so in other words, if they just cannot push the price down below $1.24, then it's likely that the price is actually going to continue to kind of bounce back up to the upside and potentially kind of break through this level of potential resistance. Because remember, support and resistance is what we go over. This line right down here, just below this arch formation, should act as resistance now that it has broken below there, okay? Because it's obvious that it was support ever since breaking up again in August 31st, 2020. Hopefully you guys are with me there, okay? If the $1.09 level is compromised, if it is officially going to break down here, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but just be prepared to see lower levels. And again, this yellow line here was actually pulled from the most recent point of support. If you can see that, it kind of bounced up and had an extreme bounce up, okay? So if we start coming down and lose this red line here, guys, you can rest assured that the sellers are trying to find support or at least test, potentially even breach, okay, this 57-cent level, okay? I have to give you that information, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The price is still above $1.09. There's some interesting buying activity going on again at $1.24, $1.26. The financial support is currently stepping into the market, okay? So what I will say in closing here is that if the $1.09 at the worst case scenario, if that level just so happens to get a test here, okay, and it holds as very strong support, we do have an overhead target that's all the way at approximately, and expect volatility, okay, $4.66. I actually have an overhead target there. I think there will be an immense amount of selling pressure there, to be honest with you. I could be wrong about that, but let's just go ahead and measure from the current level up to $4.66. That's a 245% move to the upside. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. And I know the critics are going to say, dude, you're all over the place. You have no idea what you're talking about. Let me just close out and let you guys know what I think is going to take place in the markets here. And let me just pull up the Bollinger Bands here just to show you something interesting. If you guys want to know what exchange that I use to pull up these charts, it's tradingview.com. You can start a free account. They're not paying me to say that. I don't get like any commission or anything. It's just I love their charts, okay? So here's the these are weekly candles, if I haven't mentioned that. These are the weekly candles, and it's very interesting. Let's just erase everything. The weekly candles have been finding support at the middle. It's like a mean average line on this weekly Bollinger Band, like the white line. You see that in the middle there. It's been finding support on that line for quite some time. Let's see if we can zoom in here to see how long it's actually been finding support on that line. So ever since this candle here, when it broke above, and this is at May 18th, 2020, notice this weekly candle here. It broke above that white line right in the middle of the Bollinger Bands, and you can see they're beautiful. Look at that beautiful support, guys. Look at that. I mean, it has not broken below that level, again, ever since May 18, 2020. I mean, it's been bouncing above the Bollinger Bands, just kind of building up a nice little consolidation range, and then just, I mean, rip to the upside. You see that? Boom, to the upside. So that's a one level. Like, if you don't even want to use all those complicated patterns that that I showed you guys, the only thing you really have to look at is the middle line, excuse me, on the weekly Bollinger Bands. Okay, it's just the normal, general settings. If you pull it up on your chart there, the weekly Bollinger Bands, if the price stays above that level, yeah, and even if it starts to consolidate sideways, then yeah, I don't see why the momentum wouldn't continue to the upside. So that's the only thing that you need to watch, guys. And I think that the price will continue to the upside for the critics there. So just, that's my final assessment on this symbol here. I think the momentum will continue as long as you keep a close eye on this middle line in the weekly Bollinger Bands level here. And it's currently at about $1.22. Yeah, $1.22. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you found valuable information in that. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I give you the practical levels, guys. $1.09, if that breaks down, then it's going down to 56 cents. If $1.09 can hold a support, then off to the sky. I mean, it'll eventually reach again $4, and I don't even remember, I erased it, but I'm sure you guys will rewind it back and get that $4.66. It'll eventually make it there, but please expect volatility. It's going to get very volatile, guys. You might get shaken out of the market, right? But just have an entry and exit strategy. I say that a lot, but I have to always say that. That's my final assessment on this stock. I think it'll continue up as long as it can stay above $1.09. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for your time. Leave an appropriate thumb just below the video there if you guys enjoyed the content. And, of course, if you found any valuable information in this video, just help us out with that, guys. And also, before you go, we cover the alternative markets, Bitcoin and altcoins, if you guys are into that. Of course, subscribe, and we'll send you guys out the notification. But you have to hit that bell and where it says all. When you hit the subscribe, you'll see it. Excuse me, just hit that all and everything, and then you'll get the notification when you send out the content, guys. 7 days a week. So we're up, making videos for you guys, keeping you up to date on what we see. We do the best we can. We're not professionals. We're going to get this wrong, okay? Let's be adults, guys. Constructive criticism in the comment section only, please, okay? I work really hard looking at these stocks for you guys. I love it, though. I love this. This isn't a job to me. That's it. I'm going to rambling here. Take care of yourselves, guys. Protect your portfolio. We're going to talk very soon. And bye for now, guys. Take care.